Rusev!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was last night at Clash of Champions, the very first Raw exclusive pay-per-view event since the brand extension draft this summer, that Rusev would defend the United States Championship against Roman Reigns, and it was an incredibly physical matchup, and Roman Reigns would hit a spear toward the end of the match.
Yeah, a spear that Roman Reigns thought would ensure victory, but watch what happens here. Lana gets involved, and, well, the referee's discretion would come into play because instead of disqualifying Rusev, he made the decision to eject Lana from the ringside area.
Yeah, but as Lana was being ejected, Rusev still did his best to capitalize, landing a massive kick and then locking in the accolade, and Roman Reigns began to fade fast.
Yeah, but Roman Reigns was able to get back to his feet, somehow power out, and then deliver one of the most earth-shattering spears we've ever seen, bringing Roman Reigns his first United States Championship. Roman Reigns, in an interview after the broadcast last night, said that he was humbled to hold the prestigious United States title. Then finally he's gotten over the hump. And tonight, no rest for the weary. He'll defend the title. Remember, Rusev granted an automatic rematch as the former champion.
Yeah, but I don't know if this is the same Rusev that Roman Reigns defeated last night. I've seen Rusev backstage all day. He's disconsolate. He won't speak to anybody but Lana. Rusev's always in a bad mood, but somehow he's in an even worse mood tonight.
Roman Reigns taking his time and savoring the moment as the brand new United States champion. A title held by no fewer than a dozen WWE Hall of Famers. And that's what it's about. Hashtag US title.
You gotta wonder, this is more of an emotional response from Rusev to automatically request this rematch less than 24 hours after losing the United States Championship.
Well, Rusev and Roman Reigns, an extremely competitive matchup last night at Clash of Champions.
I think Rusev is well aware of just how much damage he inflicted on Roman Reigns last night, and he wants to capitalize as soon as possible.
And it seems, Corey, that Roman Reigns is going to need to try to weather that emotional fury and storm from Rusev out of the early part of this matchup in order to survive here tonight.
We can't also forget that Rusev's got to be beat up. Rusev's got to be sore from last night's battle. So it will be interesting to see what the approach is here.
Covered by Rusev, and Roman Reigns doesn't allow the referee to get in position before he gets the shoulder out. A front face lock, and now Rusev taking Reigns down in a much different strategy than we saw from Rusev last night, Corey.
And maybe Rusev learned, I don't want to stand and trade punches with Roman Reigns. I don't want to go toe-to-toe with the big dog. I'm going to try a different strategy, maybe wrestle him down, use a slight size advantage.
Yeah, Rusev, extremely well-versed in the catch-as-catch-can style. Of course, mat-based wrestling here by Rusev. Look at Roman Reigns again in trouble early.
We know what a powerhouse Roman Reigns is, but Rusev is a big man. 300 pounds resting down in your body in any situation is uncomfortable and painful.
Hammerlock now applied by Roman Reigns, and now it's Reigns who's in control of Rusev. Very slow pace to start this match tonight.
Much more methodical. I guarantee you both of these superstars learned a lot about each other last night, and they've come in with appropriate strategies.
Who has the advantage tonight, Corey? The new champion or the former champ, you believe?
I would have to say, judging by entrances alone, the confidence that Roman Reigns displayed, he's in the right state of mind. Rusev's very emotional, which could backfire.
And Roman Reigns is wrestling with Rusev here. The side headlock takedown as Lana looks on.
Talk about that emotional state. Look, in many ways, you can say Roman Reigns has thrown Rusev's life upside down. He ruined the wedding celebration. He injured Rusev's ribs at one point, now taking the United States Championship.
And much like the advantage Rusev had last night as champion, Roman Reigns has champion advantage tonight, meaning that Rusev has to pin or submit Reigns. A disqualification or countout doesn't get him anywhere.
And this strategy by both superstars at this point is very smart after how high impact last night was. Slowing things down a little bit. Different style, less impact on each other's bodies.
Roman Reigns,
on your own body, I should say.
Using a kip up and then a double leg takedown by Rusev as he continues to ride Reigns. Using his 304-pound frame to try to wear down the United States champion.
And hey, maybe this is Rusev's way of kind of trying to throw Roman off his game a little bit. not utilizing more of a high-impact approach, but rather trying to slow down the pace of this match.
And now it's Reigns back in control with the headlock. And Rusev with the power. And that stunned Reigns.
You could see Roman Reigns' entire body went limp with that first high-impact belly-to-back suplex.
Delivered a blow to the kidney area.
This is what I was talking about earlier. Rusev knows exactly how much damage he inflicted on Roman Reigns' back and spine yesterday.
And again, a suplex. Damage to the back. Cover by the challenger. And a kick out at 1. But again, Reigns feeling it in his lower back.
After Reigns won the United States Championship, he vowed to be a fighting champion, to continue to build on the prestige.
Oh! Well, he didn't have to wait. 24 hours later, he's defending the title. Not quite. I really expected Rusev to come out of the box quicker here tonight because of the pent-up emotion, but this has been very effective for him.
I completely agree. I couldn't agree any more. I'm a little surprised to see Rusev employ.
Oh!
Wow.
What a right!
That right hand will knock the strategy right out of your brain.
Roman Reigns sidestepping Rusev, and now
the big dog bringing the impact.
Clubbing blows.
Rusev may have whiplash at this point.
Again, you can't believe that either one of these men is 100% tonight after that battle at Clash of Champions. Rolls him through, 2 count. Oh, did he get him? No, Rusev just got his shoulder up, and now Reigns is going to use his...
Can he get it?
He can't, no. Roman
back.
Reigns, the back is still too tender from last night. Roman Reigns unable to muster the strength, but Rusev does not have the same problem.
Taking advantage. Rusev, the challenger, is taking over this matchup. Can Reigns successfully defend his title? Back live on Monday Night Raw. This is a rematch for the United States Championship. The challenger tonight, Rusev, in control of the champion Roman Reigns.
And the more Rusev maintains that control, the more you can feel the confidence of Rusev building in this match.
And Rusev has been focusing much of this matchup on the back of Roman Reigns. Here's an instance in the matchup early on where Roman hurt it.
A lot of damage inflicted last night at Clash of Champions by Rusev to Reigns' lower back, and you can see the after effects are still being felt.
And neither of these men 100% tonight following the United States Championship match 24 hours ago at Clash of Champions. But tonight they do it again here in Cincinnati. Byron pointed out earlier, Reigns vows to be a fighting United States champion. Well, little rest for the weary.
A trial by fire here as Roman tries to somehow break this predicament, but Rusev has really had his way in this match.
Trying to break the grip of the Bulgarian brute. Rusev as Reigns powering out.
Just enough separation to deliver those massive right hands.
What a drop kick by Rusev. Right in the mouth.
Once again, momentum stunted by Rusev.
Corey, you hit on this earlier, how angry and upset Rusev was when he lost the championship.
Let's look at this beautiful, right on the mark drop kick by the super athlete. But you're right, Rusev is in a nasty, nasty mood, and he's taking it all out on the United States champion.
This is our opening matchup here tonight on Monday Night Raw. 2 championship matches, the tag team titles later on. Nice suplex again by Rusev. The gut wrench by the Bulgarian brute into the cover for the championship. Kick out by Reigns.
Rusev looking for it again.
And again, Rusev tossing around Reigns, working on the injured back. Cover and a kick out at 2.5. Another near fall for the challenger. Stares right into the eyes of senior official Chad Patton. Continuing to inflict punishment.
Measured right hands to Roman Reigns' eyebrow. Swell up an eye like that. Incredibly hard to see, changes the entire complexion of the match with your opponent.
Well, this is someone in Rusev who expected to be United States champion for years. Calls himself a natural-born winner, and then Roman Reigns comes along and essentially changes those plans. So Rusev's doing whatever he can to protect that self-imposed legacy. You see Reigns just trying to suck up the pain right now, trying to build some resolve. That too.
Slowly back to his feet, but this is not a good position for the champion. Rusev in his 300-pound frame, crushing Reigns. Cover for the championship, and a kick at it too. And right back into the waist lock as he continues to punish the back. Suck the air from Roman Reigns. This has been great strategy by Rusev throughout this entire match tonight.
We know how much Roman Reigns depends on that explosive offense, but the more punishment being inflicted to the lower back, the harder it is.
And as you saw earlier, Byron, it takes the power out of Reigns' game.
Once again, Reigns trying to fight, trying to create that separation.
Whip into the corner. Reigns, though, exploding into the clothesline.
Yeah, but was that Roman Reigns' last gasp? Was that the last bit of power he had left in the lower back?
I think you're seeing a case of that, Corey. Reigns able to snap back with that clothesline, but unable to capitalize.
Rusev went for the right block by Roman Reigns, and now you feel a little bit of a momentum shift coming. Roman Reigns exploding out off the ropes in another clothesline. And Roman Reigns is feeling it.
Adrenaline can make your body do crazy things, as Roman Reigns is feeling right now.
This is the most sustained level of offense we've seen from Reigns so far in this match.
Big boot drops Rusev.
Reigns poised to take control, lock and load.
Went for the Superman punch, and he got caught by Rusev.
Oh my goodness.
Men dumped over the top rope, and Reigns landed hard on the back of Rusev's head. Both men are down and out. United States Championship's on the line, live on Raw. Back live on Monday Night Raw, Rusev covering the United States champion Reigns, and a kick at it too. The Bulgarian brute Rusev looking to win back the United States title that he lost last night at Clash of Champions.
Yeah, watch what happened before the break here. Rusev and Reigns. Watch Reigns landing right on the back of the neck of Rusev.
And then Corey, during the commercial break.
Yeah, take a look at this. Rusev driving the spine of Roman Reigns into that steel ring post. Totally changing the momentum once again.
Yeah, again, working on the lower back of Roman Reigns. Started it last night at Clash of Champions, has continued that strategy here tonight.
This is somewhat unusual from Rusev, but Rusev knows he's going to have to bring out the heavy artillery tonight if he wants to dethrone the big dog.
Yeah, suplex from this point will really rattle the back of Roman Reigns. Could be a short title reign for the new United States champion.
So Roman's trying to hold on. Trying to fight it.
Short right hands to the ribs of Rusev. Roman Reigns building somewhat of a comeback on the top rope.
Headbutt by Reigns.
And now it's Reigns in the driver's seat.
I wouldn't say that just yet, Saxton.
Now you can.
Okay, now I can.
Clothesline from the second rope, and this buys Reigns some valuable time. Roman Reigns saying he understands the responsibility of carrying the United States Championship, what it means. First title defense tonight, here live on Monday Night Raw. Samoa drop! cover. Isn't enough to put the Brute away, and a kick out at 2, a near fall.
Roman Reigns wasn't able to get the majority of his body weight across the chest of Rusev to pin the shoulders down, and I think that's what cost him.
He is in some pain, is Roman Reigns.
Everything Reigns does, you still see him wincing in pain.
There's no way, Roman. There is no way.
And again, can he get him up? Not quite. Rusev able to spin out of it, misses with a kick, and runs into a right hand. There's the spin kick, and that'll rattle the champion. Is it enough to take the gold? And Reigns got the shoulder up at 2.
See the frustration on Rusev's face. He's got to be asking himself, what do I have to do to win back my United States Championship? What's it going to take down the big dog?
He's so explosive as Rusev.
That's the same expression we saw last night. That's what you don't want if you're Rusev. You cannot allow frustration to seep in because it can cost you.
Oh, headbutt right to the chest. And Rusev again. Kick out at 2.
What's Rusev got in mind here?
Rusev maybe looking to execute the fatal blow in this match.
Top rope for Rusev, and he runs into a right, driven down to the floor. And Reigns pulling out all the stops, going out after Rusev.
Reigns doing what he can to be the aggressor.
Yeah, but another kick, flooring the champion. Rusev again looking to win the goal inside. Oh, and he kicked out.
I know Rusev is frustrated, but you have to be impressed. Everything Roman Reigns has attempted tonight, Rusev has had an answer for.
Rusev has had an answer, but does he have the ultimate answer to put away Roman Reigns?
That remains to be seen. But this kick almost turned the champ's lights out in a hurry.
Reigns is reeling, Reigns is hurt. Rusev on the prowl.
See Rusev favoring his left leg a little bit.
And it looked like he reached back for the hamstring. Missed with the kick. Went for the Superman punch. Rusev with a waist lock, and now the elbows trying to create separation. Reigns does.
Oh, that's it.
Rusev to regain the championship, not now. And Rusev has got to be frustrated. He's done everything he can to take out Reigns and hasn't been able to do it.
Your point earlier, Corey, I mean, it seems like Rusev has been one step ahead of Reigns, but again, he can't seem to put Reigns away.
Now the heart of a champion in Roman Reigns. Tremendous resilience. He's a fighter.
Yeah, but don't forget Rusev's impressive championship reign with the United States title. Rusev has the heart of a champion. Rusev knows what it takes.
No doubt, I agree with you, Corey. But who's going to win this test of wills tonight?
Rusev might be thinking accolade here.
Kick to the spine, looking for the accolade. Remember last night at Clash of Champions, Reigns powered out of the accolade. And now he blocks.
But can Reigns' arms withstand the power of Rusev's leg?
Punch! Cover! Rusev stays alive, and now Reigns can't believe it.
Same situations for Reigns. Now he's got to keep his eye on the prize. You've got Rusev in danger. You've got him in trouble.
And now Lana up on the apron. Rusev tried to take advantage of the distraction.
He was distraction worked last night, but Roman Reigns this time was prepared.
Drive-by.
I'm done there.
And now the United States champion brings the fight outside the ring. Rusev bounced off the steps. And Rusev pounded into the WWE Universe.
Rusev better get back toward the ring if he wants to win the United States Championship. You're not going to win it out in the crowd.
Yeah. Well, the officials still counting in the ring. And that's it.
Wow.
A double count out. But Rusev and Reigns continue the fight here in Cincinnati.
You just see the bad blood between both these men.
Yeah, this rivalry runs real deep. It's personal. And Rusev's not done.
Both of these superstars have got to be exhausted. Their bodies racked with pain, but they still can't settle this score.
And Reigns driven to the barricade. Folks, this match is over. It was a double countout, but the brawl continues.
All right, now Rusev's just trying to hurt Roman Reigns.
Rusev knows Reigns retained the United States Championship, and Rusev just wants to inflict punishment at this point.
He's still upset after what happened last night, after what Reigns did to his wife, Lana. And now whipped into the barricade.
As much punishment as we've seen Rusev dish out to Reigns, we know what Reigns is capable of when it comes to taking out Rusev.
And now Roman steps it into a steel chair. A steel chair now to the bad back of Rusev. Of Reigns, I should say. Rusev continuing the assault on Roman Reigns.
Rusev can barely stand himself.
And look at the maniacal look in the eye.
Yeah, dangerous situation here. Reigns is helpless. Rusev with a steel chair in hand.
Well, that frustration Rusev's looking to take out on Roman right now. Spear!
And Roman Reigns showing the wounds of this battle here tonight with Rusev, but he's still the United States champion.
I think the smirk says it all, though, that Roman Reigns just flashed it. Rusev, you took your best shot, and you still couldn't take me down.
Hold on.
This rivalry runs deep. Look at the chair. Really bent in half.
It was deformed across the body of Roman Reigns.
Retains the United States Championship tonight via double countout. But this rivalry continues to intensify.
Rusev tried taking out Reigns with that steel chair, but Reigns responded with a spear, an emphatic statement that, hey, Rusev, I am the new United States Champion.
But I think one of the things we learned here tonight, guys, is this rivalry between Reigns and Rusev seems far from over.
The bottom line is, at the end of the day, Reigns has what Rusev wants.
Wait a minute! Roman Reigns! Little bit of payback! the United States champion.
That's what you call underscoring your statement.
An incredible match to kick off Monday Night Raw live tonight in Cincinnati. Roman Reigns retains the United States Championship, and still to come a little bit later on tonight, another rematch from Clash of Champions. We'll see the New Day defending the tag team titles against Anderson and Gallows. Hey everybody, welcome to the US Bank Arena in Cincinnati. Michael Cole, Byron Saxton, and Corey Graves. And Byron, we are just a little more than 2 weeks away from the global release of WWE 2K17, the video game.
Yeah, the key is if you pre-order now, you get the playable character of Goldberg. And hey, don't forget, who's on the cover of this thing? I'm talking about the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar.
And gentlemen, I think we can all agree that there is nothing in the entire world quite like a trip to Suplex City.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was a controversial ending to last night's Tag Team Championship match where Francesca the Trombone was involved. So tonight, Gallows and Anderson have been granted an opportunity for a rematch for the Raw Tag Team titles against New Day live.
And speaking of controversy, social media has been abuzz about the best-of-7 series conclusion between Sheamus and Cesaro. Well, you see him right there. Raw General Manager Mick Foley is headed our way to address the end of the match.
WWE Hell in a Cell is presented by WWE 2K17, the video game. Pre-order now and play as Goldberg. Well, ladies and gentlemen, General Manager Mick Foley is in the ring. He's going to address what happened last night at the Clash of Champions pay-per-view event. It was the best-of-7 series tied at 3 apiece. The critical game. Match 7 between Sheamus and Cesaro was so physical.
Yeah, these two pushed each other to the absolute limit. And speaking of pushing each other to the limit, at one point Cesaro dove out of the ring onto Sheamus, but in the process of doing so, landed on his head on the outside of the ring.
Yeah, this match at times was horrifically physical. Both men pushing each other past the limit, beyond, to the point where they spilled out into the WWE Universe, and neither superstar could continue competing.
Yeah, and the referee, John Cohn, would have to call out medical personnel. Doctors and trainers came to ringside, and finally, the referee had to make the decision that neither competitor could continue in this matchup.
Last night at Clash of Champions, Sheamus and Cesaro culminated their best-of-7 series in a thrilling match, which unfortunately ended due to medical stoppage, meaning that their best-of-7 series ended what was thought to be a mathematical impossibility, a draw. So what I'd like to do is invite both competitors out here at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello first to Sheamus.
The Celtic Warrior, Sheamus, you see him taped up, limping on his way to the ring after the best-of-7 series. Sheamus, guys, actually took a 3-0 lead and looked like he was going to get a clean sweep over Cesaro.
The iron will of the Swiss Superman proved to be just too much. We talked about how physical Rusev and Reigns was last night at Clash of Champions. This match was unbelievable. After a best-of-7 series, the fact that Cesaro or Sheamus were even able to walk is impressive to me.
And Cesaro.
And with this man, Cesaro accomplished in the best-of-7 series was absolutely impressive. He fell down 3 matches to 0. He picked up a very emotional victory in London, England at the O2 Arena to cut it to 3-1, and then he battled back to tie it at 3 apiece. All this with an extremely hurt back after being driven into a ring post by Sheamus in match number 2.
Like every time we see Cesaro, understandably so, he's got more of that kinesio tape on his body. He's starting to look like a mummy.
Throughout the entire series, Cesaro never actually really recovered from the back injury.
Now, gentlemen, if I may.
Mick. How is this even a discussion? Huh? When you set this best of 7 series, Mick, you said, and I quote, that the man who was more physically dominant in the best of 7 series would get a championship opportunity.
That's why I'm here.
You said that, Mick, right?
Yeah, and after...
I'm talking, Foley. You told both of us. Why just shut your mouth for a second while I talk, all right?
Hey, if you want him to be quiet, why don't you just tell him one of your funny Irish jokes?
That's pretty funny, Cesaro, you know that? But the truth of the matter is, last night we baked the hell out of each other. And I didn't come out here for some wishy-washy response. You said, and I quote, that the man who was more physically dominant would get a championship opportunity. Now, if that isn't me, Foley, then I have no idea what series you are watching.
Hold on. As far as I remember, last night, I was standing in this ring, ready to fight, while you were scurried away over there doing the walk of shame.
Scurried away, yeah?
Yeah.
The way I remember it was, I was dragged out of here by 4 people. I wanted to finish this match.
Oh, you wanted to finish the match?
But
there were 4 people holding you back. Very tough. Yeah, 4 people holding me back. I wanted to fight. Why weren't you in the ring?
That's easy for you to say when you were able to roll back in here with nobody holding you back. You know how much I wanted to win this match. I proved that I am tougher than you.
You proved absolutely nothing.
I
proved that I'm tougher than you, and all these people know that I'm tougher than you because I'm standing here right now.
Let me make one thing perfectly clear, Cesaro. I am better than you.
You're not better than me.
And I am through with you.
You were never better than me, and I'm through with you. I'm here for my championship opportunity, and not look at your ugly mug.
Sheamus is right.
Your championship.
Sheamus is right.
What?
Sheamus is right.
I am right.
Kidding me.
Thank you, Mick.
And so are you. You're both right. You both proved that you could be physically dominant. You brought out the best in each other. And I cannot in good conscience say that one of you was the winner and one of you was the loser. And so after thinking long and hard and deliberating, I've come to a decision, and I'm going to grant both of you championship opportunities.
There we go.
Right.
But let's make it clear, these are not separate opportunities. You're going to be sharing the same championship opportunity. You're going to be contending together for the WWE Tag Team Championship.
Say what?
Whoa.
I was in the best of 7 series with that man. I'm not sharing the ring with him.
Hang on a second, I can't stand this fella right here.
I proved
You're gonna put us together and attack?
that I'm the most physically
You don't have to like it. You don't have to like it,
sure don't.
but that's my decision. And if you decide you want to do it, then you will be facing the winner of the following match.
Oh, Sensei! Don't you dare be sour! Clap for your world-famous 2-time champs and feel the power! It's a new day, yes it is!
Oh, there they are, the current tag team champions, and today marks day number 400 that the New Day have held the tag team gold.
What a blockbuster announcement by Mick Foley just now, though. Sheamus and Cesaro as a tag team? You gotta be kidding me. It'll never work.
Hey, how in the world is that gonna work? These two want to tear each other apart?
Hey, if they want a championship opportunity, they're going to somehow make it work, because Mick Foley has granted them an opportunity for the tag titles against either the New Day or Anderson and Gallows.
Cesaro wants no part of it.
Quite sure how I feel about this.
It's plain as day, Michael Cole. Sheamus and Cesaro have pure disdain for one another. I get that it's an opportunity, it's a championship opportunity, but there's no way these two warriors can work together. Period.
Oh yeah, you look at their credentials on paper and they could be an opposing team, but again, they can't stand each other.
Speaking of imposing teams,
The Gallows and Anderson were granted this rematch tonight because of what happened at Clash of Champions.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Raw Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 505 pounds, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson.
The controversy ensued when Xavier Woods, who wasn't in the matchup, used Francesca the trombone to take out Carl Anderson. The New Day retained the title, so because of that, Anderson and Gallows get an opportunity. Tag team titles up for grabs, live next on Raw. And we are back on Monday Night Raw. Tag Team Championship match underway. Anderson and Gallows against the New Day. Kofi Kingston and Big E, of course, Xavier Woods at ringside for the New Day. 400 Gallows. Now Luke Gallows, he was making a beeline for Big E, and Kofi Kingston made him pay. And Anderson now over the top rope and runs into Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston taking out Gallows there. That was really how the match started last night at Clash of Champions.
Yeah, within the first minute or so, Gallows took out Xavier Woods on the outside, took out Big E, really bum rushed the New Day.
Which led to Xavier Woods and the use of the trombone.
yeah, let's use the word that you guys seem to be avoiding. New Day cheated. Plain and simple. Xavier Woods struck his opponent with a trombone. He should have been disqualified.
Unicorn Stampede is what JBL named this. Kofi and Big E with the frequent tags in and out of the ring, wearing Carl Anderson down. Luke Gallows now from behind.
What a massive boot to the chin of Big E.
Now Kofi dumped over the top rope, and things getting out of control early.
Once again, Gallows and Anderson playing this extra card of viciousness.
Gallows, man, just turned Kofi inside out. Luke Gallows making his presence felt.
Gallows and Anderson dominated much of the match last night, despite the fact that the New Day still survived, but eerily reminiscent.
So dangerous. Anderson and Gallows. Anderson! But remember, he's got to get Kofi back into the ring. Titles only change hands via pinfall or submission.
Oh, you're right, but Anderson and Gallows are masters at inflicting maximum damage within the time allotted. They have a referee's 10 count.
Covered by Anderson, hooks the leg, kick out. Gallows wasn't even legally in the matchup, but got involved anyway.
Taking out Big E right there, and then Kofi Kingston will also suffer that wicked clothesline courtesy of Luke Gallows.
Runaway train.
Meanwhile, back to live action. Gallows is legal now. He made the tag.
Brutal right hands to the back of the neck of Kofi Kingston. This is what Gallows and Anderson did so very well last night, was isolate the ring. They cut the ring in half, dominated.
One of the most decorated tag teams in the entire world, looking to win the WWE Tag Team Championship here on Monday Night Raw. Kofi Kingston looking to use his quickness, but Luke Gallows, Kofi, springboard off the second rope, gets caught into a choke slam by Gallows. Cover, hook of the leg, isn't enough here, and a kick out. Gallows and Anderson dominating. Can they win the tag team gold? And we are back live on Monday Night Raw Tag Team Championships. The New Day, 400 days and counting in their reign, but will it end tonight against Anderson and Gallows? Kofi Kingston is taking a tremendous amount of punishment at the hands of Anderson and Gallows, trying to make it a Big E for a tag. Big E has been legally in this matchup yet, has he?
It's an effective strategy by Anderson and Gallows.
And again, cutting off the ring from Kofi Kingston.
Kofi just doing whatever he can to try to maneuver over.
Power by Anderson.
And Kofi Kingston, one of the great athletes here in WWE today. But Anderson with a power bomb. Isn't enough to take Kofi out. Almost had him, almost won the tag team gold. Kofi, a 5-time tag team champion. Great resilience there from Kingston. Here comes Gallows. Only one other tag team in history has held the tag team titles longer in WWE. They were the old World Tag Team titles. Demolition held them for 478 days. New Day is at 400.
Gallows here off a second.
And Kofi Kingston. Tagged by Anderson, who's now legal.
Every time you recite that statistical, I can't help but think of Demolition when it comes to Gallows and Anderson. Two guys who are out there to destroy and beat people up and win titles.
Action smash, smash mouth style in your face. Here comes Big E.
Yeah, here comes the smash mouth style. Whoa!
Great throw and another belly to belly from Big E.
You see why Big E becomes the difference maker for the New Day. Quickly turn all that momentum around.
And Gallows tried to meet him and got sent over the top rope. And now Kofi Kingston gonna fly. A little bit of payback for New Day. Cover by Anderson at the tights, and Big E kicked out. And Big E, oh my God!
Did you hear that?
I think the ring moved.
I'm sure it was his shoulder or his head that hit, but Anderson looking for the victory to win the tag team gold. Kick out by Big E.
How do you neutralize a powerhouse like Big E? You lay him like a bull. Shoulder first into that steel ring post.
Big E is stunned. Can't even make it back to his feet.
Now that Carl Anderson knows he has Big E right where he wants him.
Sent through the second rope. Here comes Big E.
No.
Spear! Oh, man! Anderson through the second rope. What a move by Big E!
It's that sort of desperate mindset that the New Day has to have to be successful. Big E throwing caution and his own well-being to the wind.
And how about this? Big E immediately throwing Carl Anderson back in the ring. He wants to pin Carl Anderson.
And there's the midnight hour. Cover. And Gallows breaking it up at 2.5.
Gallows saving the opportunity for his team.
Well, Kingston caught him with a knee right in the jaw.
That just rocked Gallows. Rocked him all the way outside of the ring.
Don't forget, Anderson just suffered that midnight hour. A team that New Day have put many a team away with.
And Anderson wisely rolling out of the ring. Veteran instinct there by Carl Anderson.
Oh no, what's Kofi thinking?
I have no idea. Big E made the tag. Luke Gallows, though, intercepts Kingston. And drives right into the steps. And Anderson from behind.
Uh-oh. What's that? Anderson thinking,
Neck breaker from the top rope by Carl Anderson makes the tag to Big Gallows.
Big E's isolated.
I got that feeling again, Saxton.
Gallows and Anderson.
Oh, for the tag team championship. Oh, magic killer of Kofi Kingston saves the tag team gold.
Gallows dispatches of Kofi again, and a kick to the back of the neck of Xavier Woods.
You can feel the aggression mixed in with frustration for Gallows and Anderson.
Such efficient, expert tag team work by Gallows and Anderson.
We've seen the Magic Killer, we've seen the Midnight Hour matchup still continues.
Oh, man!
Kofi plants Anderson with a DDT. Here comes the big fella.
Kofi's busted up too from when he went into the steel steps.
Give credit, Kofi.
Trouble in paradise.
Still fighting to hold on to the tag team titles.
Cover by Kingston. And the New Day retains the gold. 400 days and
Here
counting.
are your winners and still the Raw Tag Team Champions, the New Day.
What a extremely physical and vicious matchup. But the New Day survives again.
Yeah, I gotta admit, there were a couple of moments in that matchup where I thought we were gonna see new tag team champions, but you're right, Michael. Once again, the New Day pulls it off.
Impressive teamwork, just the will to retain those WWE Raw Tag Team Championships. I mean, you don't get to 400 days without being an excellent tag team, so hats off to New Day.
Yeah, New Day with a tremendous victory here tonight over Anderson and Gallows, who are primed and ready to steal the tag team gold as they got their rematch here tonight live on Monday Night Raw from last night's Clash of Champions. And speaking of Clash of Champions, the first Raw exclusive pay-per-view event since the brand extension draft, and we had our WWE Universal Championship match. Kevin Owens defending against Seth Rollins, and what a match this was. But we want to take you to the turning point of the match here. Kevin Owens, now watch what happens to Seth Rollins. Kevin Owens planting the knee right in the ribs of Seth Rollins. That injury would come back to haunt Rollins in the matchup.
That was a pivotal maneuver in the match, that gut buster from the top rope, but Rollins was able to overcome and deliver a pedigree. He could feel the WWE Universal Championship within his fingertips, but then Owens' best friend showed up.
Yeah, this is where things went off the rails. Chris Jericho shows up trying to interfere in this matchup. The official couldn't see. Jericho placed Kevin Owens' foot on the bottom rope.
And then the matchup would continue, and what would happen would be the official on this move here. Watch this. Official Chad Patton would be taken out of the equation, and Rollins and Owens would continue the battle without the referee. And again, Jericho would get involved, and then Stephanie McMahon came and sent a second referee down to get involved in the matchup.
Yeah, but the timing worked out perfectly for Kevin Owens. Just in time for that official to show up, Rollins walks into the pop-up powerbomb, and Kevin Owens is still your Universal Champion.
And then we would catch up with Stephanie McMahon after Clash of Champions in this WWE.com exclusive.
Excuse me, Stephanie. Do you have any comment? Do you have any comment on the conclusion of the WWE Universal title match?
Incredible show, and congratulations to Kevin Owens. Thank you very much, Tom. Hi.
Wait, am I the only one that sees something fishy about that situation?
Listen, Saxon, you're as bad as these celebrity tabloids. This is a husband picking up his wife from a hard day at work, a successful day as well.
Yeah, again, Triple H greeting his wife Stephanie after Clash of Champions. But I want to go back now and show you the injury to Seth Rollins. Again, watch Kevin Owens plant his knee off this move right into the ribs of Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins crashing down from probably 10, 12 feet in the air directly on the knee.
And earlier today, Seth Rollins would head to a medical facility here in Cincinnati, Ohio to get x-rays, and the doctor pointed out that Seth Rollins indeed has damage to his ribs, and we're being told now that Seth Rollins is not medically cleared to compete tonight on Monday Night Raw.
Well, speaking of Rollins' opponent last night, Chris Jericho might call this the greatest highlight reel of all time, because Jericho will welcome his best friend and the man who he helped retain the Universal Championship, Kevin Owens, tonight live on Raw.
Yeah, you want to ride my coattails to win a championship.
Ride your
because you know you can't
You
beat
rode
me.
my
Because you know I'm
coattails because I have the
superior.
biggest Cesaro
Mick. It's not too late. You can change your mind. You can give me my individual championship opportunity. Mick, you can do this.
Why would you do that? He can give me...
You think I'm messing with you?
Oh, you fight it.
I'm not messing with you. I'm going to tell you what I saw last night. Me, Michael Hayes, Arn Anderson, 3 WWE Hall of Famers sitting at a table. Jaws open. I got tears in my eyes. You know why? Because I believed in you. And because you proved everybody out there wrong, and you proved me right. You proved that a best of 7, 7th match could steal the show. It's a damn good show, and you stole it. You showed that 7 matches wasn't enough. But what am I gonna do? Am I gonna put you out there an 8th time? I cannot. Because if I do, I risk losing one of you for good. And I can't do that. I cannot lose one of you or both of you. You're 2 of the greatest superstars I've ever seen. I'm not just saying that. I'm telling you, you're 2 of the toughest, 2 of the greatest superstars I've ever seen. And I can't lose you. But if I put you together, you could change the face of tag team wrestling. Every once in a while, you put together 2 people who don't like each other,
but have earned each other's respect, and they create magic. I'm just asking, trust me enough to give it a try and see what happens and see if the magic is there. Trust me enough to try, and if you do, we'll put you out there tonight and show the WWE Universe what I've known all along. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing.
Well, you know, guys, Mick Foley knows something about creating magic with oddball tag teams. Can anybody say rock and sock connection?
That's exactly what I was thinking. Hey, look who it is. Hug live, Corey.
Go ahead, Byron. Get all excited. Stand up. Here come the balloons.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Ha ha! The wacky waving inflatable arms flailing. Two men are here.
I'm going to start bringing darts to work.
No, folks, right along was not made up.
The following contest is a women's division match scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from San Jose, California, Bayley.
Big matchup for Bayley here tonight, as tonight's Monday Night Raw is powered by Tap Out, men's and women's athletic apparel, available now at JCPenney.
So, speaking of ride along, Cole, do you realize that the man sitting to your left has a name for his stomach?
What's wrong with that?
And that would be?
Tammy the Tummy, Saxton.
Guess what? Tammy's happy right now.
This explains everything. Why you lose your mind like a small child when Bayley comes out here. Why you have zero friends. Basically, everything that's wrong with you.
Well, Anna Fields does not seem too impressed with Bayley. However, I was impressed with Bayley in the way that she operated in the triple threat last night for the Raw Women's Championship against Charlotte and Sasha Banks. And look at Anna Fields looking to make a name for herself here tonight on Monday Night Raw.
Anna Fields looking to maximize her opportunity. As you were saying, I agree with you. Last night, Bayley was very impressive, but she just couldn't get it done. Like we've said, at this stage, Monday Night Raw, Clash of Champions, Bayley's just not ready yet.
Yeah, but look at this. In a month's time since Bayley showed up here on Raw, she's shown that she can defeat Charlotte. She's been on ESPN. She came within a hair of winning the women's title. You can't question the bright future that Bayley has here.
And Bayley in trouble.
Wicked forearms from Anna Fields.
And using the long legs to her advantage.
3, 4.
Bayley still may be suffering a hangover after last night's triple threat match. Cover by Fields on Bayley and a kick out.
It's a highly competitive contest, but you got to wonder, I think more than a physical hangover, I'm talking an emotional hangover for Bayley. She failed on the big stage. It could have shattered her confidence.
I wouldn't say she failed, Corey. I mean, Dana Brooke had a lot to do with it.
Is she the WWE Raw Women's Champion?
No, she's not.
Then she failed.
Oh, here's a question for you. If Dana Brooke weren't at ringside, would Charlotte still be the women's champion?
Hey, why don't you go feed Tammy, Saxton? Don't talk to me anymore. I'm busy.
Head into the corner, and now Bayley starting to take control of this matchup.
Well, we've seen it in NXT, and we've seen glimpses of it on Monday Night Raw. Bayley has that next gear, and if she turns it on, she's very effective. And you're right, Byron, she may have a bright future. Last night wasn't her night. Maybe she starts anew tonight.
I think Bayley has proven as such right now, weathering the early storm in this match.
Oh, and an elbow right to the spine. And Bayley again with a running clothesline. 8 years ago, Bayley had her first match.
Around we go.
8 years ago, Byron had his first date. It was also his last one.
And Bayley to belly. Bayley to belly. And Bayley with the win.
There you go, Bayley.
Here is your winner, Bayley.
Now, we've said it. We've seen glimpses of Bayley and what she's capable of. But can she continue the momentum?
Well, Bayley showed that she can respond to a step back and respond emphatically the next night as she did here. Bayley to belly. Bayley showing the world she's ready for that next challenge.
Bayley, congratulations on your victory, but I'd like to take you back to last night at Clash of Champions. You came up a little bit short in your quest to become women's champion. How are you feeling 24 hours later?
Well, last night, Charlotte and Sasha proved why they are the top 2 women in this industry. They hold the 2 measuring sticks. But if they think that the triple threat was the last time either one of them will see me, whoo, they've got another thing coming. I feel the WWE Universe and I are on this journey together, and I'm just getting started because I won't stop until I'm hugging that women's championship.
And if we learned anything from NXT, Byron, Bayley will not stop until she's champion.
No, she will not. You gotta love the optimism of Bayley. A bright future for that young lady.
Bayley with a win here tonight live on Monday Night Raw.
Hey, Mick. Gosh, you snuck up on me.
Sorry, Nate.
Download the new iOS update. It's pretty crazy.
Maybe later. You have to admit, I kind of look like a fool right now.
How do you look like a fool, Mick?
Because I believed in you, Stephanie. And after last night, like, I stepped away for like a few minutes to check on Cesaro in the dressing room, and all of a sudden, the bottom falls out of the main event. Like the referee goes down, and he's down for minutes. Chris Jericho interferes constantly, and then you conveniently decide to find a referee who will count to 3 just in the nick of time so Kevin Owens can get the 1, 2, 3. And then WWE.com picks up your husband rolling up in a limousine where he says, "How'd it go, Steph?" And you say, "Great." And then you roll away into the night. And it just seems to me
So let me
like...
cut you off
okay,
right
go
there,
ahead.
Mick. Okay, so my husband, yes,
Yeah.
he comes to pick me up after a really long night of work. He didn't get to see the pay-per-view because he was in the air, so he asks me how to go. And I said, I thought it went great. I thought our pay-per-view, our first ever Raw exclusive pay-per-view went great.
You weren't a little embarrassed by this
So
3-minute...
excuse me, Mick, except the one thing that wasn't great was what happened in the main event. And what you
I was
just said,
embarrassed.
a referee went down. You were embarrassed?
Yeah.
You know what? You should have been, because whose job is it to protect the integrity of the main event? Whose job? Is it my job as the commissioner of Raw? Whose job is it, Mick? Tell me. Whose job is it? It's your job. You're the general manager. You were checking on Cesaro and Sheamus. Well, that's wonderful. I'm glad you're worried about their health and well-being. Did I hire you for your medical expertise? No, I didn't. We have the best doctors in the world for that. That's what I hired them for. I hired you for your brains. I hired you to be a businessman. I need you to think up here, not to let your ego get in the way and accuse me of not doing my job, Mick. So what do you have to say for yourself?
I was out of line.
No kidding, you were out of line. What else do you have to say?
I'd like to continue as general manager.
You would?
Yeah.
Would you really? Because if you want to be an ambassador, I can make that happen. Okay, if you want to be the general manager of Monday Night Raw, then you better prove that you are worthy of that job. Prove that you can think like a businessman. Now, Seth Rollins, if you're buying into this whole conspiracy theory BS, imagine what Seth Rollins thinks. Now, he is not medically cleared to compete tonight. So when he shows up at this arena tonight, he's going to go straight after Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho. Whose job is it to protect Seth Rollins, whether you love him or whether you look at him like a business asset? Mick, be a businessman. Be the man I hired. And don't ever forget who you work for.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, a rough night so far for our general manager, Mick Foley. But one of the things that he can be proud of is that Mick Foley brought us the Cruiserweight division exclusively to Monday Night Raw. Coming up next, the best in the world under 205 pounds. Tag team action. The Cruiserweight division is live next. You're not going to be able to see this on SmackDown Live. The Cruiserweight division exclusive to Monday Night Raw.
I love this guy.
team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Baltimore, Maryland, weighing 170 pounds, Rich Swann.
Cole, you certainly cannot handle this. And Byron, I'm going to say it because anything you like automatically becomes uncool. I am a Rich Swann fan.
25 years old from Baltimore, Maryland.
Charm City's own.
Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, super crazy. Among the men he idolized growing up.
Yeah, wherever Rich Swann goes, you can see it right there. It easily becomes the life of the party. I like this music too. Good foot tapping music.
Please go home, Byron.
Foot tapping music. What?
His tag team partner from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing 205 pounds, Cedric Alexander.
Tremendous athlete Cedric Alexander teaming with Rich Swann here tonight. A little bit earlier today, we caught up with Alexander and Swann.
Last week, me and Rich Swann were competing against each other. But this week, we're competing together. That's right, Cedric. And tonight, we are going to party all night long. Oh, Swann, we can't underestimate our opponents tonight. Brother, we're not underestimating our opponents. We're just having a little bit of fun. Just relax, because tonight, we're going hard on Monday Night Raw, baby.
See how they do in the ring. Swann and Alexander set for tag team action.
Byron, what would you know about partying all night long? Your idea of a party is blowing bubbles and drinking Yoo-Hoo.
Nothing wrong with Yoo-Hoo. I love it.
Their opponents, first from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing 202 pounds, Drew Gulak.
This young man is as tough as the city that he was brought up in, Philadelphia. So who is Drew Gulak?
The Trailblazer, Drew Gulak.
He's an incredible mat wrestler, loves grinding his opponents into submission. I don't know if there's a submission that people need to fear more than Drew Gulak's Dragon Sleeper.
I hear lots of people screaming in pain. It's fun.
I think that says it all.
Yeah, guys, at one point, Drew Gulak was my pick to win the Cruiserweight Classic tournament. One of my favorite guys in the division.
His tag team partner from Camden, New Jersey, weighing 175 pounds, Lince Dorado.
Let's introduce you to the man who's known as the Golden Links of the Lucha Libre.
My name is Lince Dorado, and I'm from Bayamon, Puerto Rico.
Known as the Golden Links of a Lucha Libre.
I'm very diverse. I'm a hybrid luchador.
I have never seen anything like that in my life.
Doesn't matter what opponent that I have, I'm gonna go toe-to-toe with them.
Shooting Star Press, and that's it.
Lince Dorado.
Dorado's inspirations include Taka Michinoku, Jushin Thunder Liger, and Chris Jericho.
Interesting that Dorado was eliminated in the second round of the Cruiserweight Classic by his opponent tonight, Rich Swann.
Sportsmanship.
Saw a lot of this at Full Sail University, part of the Cruiserweight Classic this summer that took the WWE Network by storm, and Dorado now will start things off against Rich Swann.
If you're watching at home, WWE Universe, I suggest you fasten your seatbelts because these two superstars can change the game in a hurry.
Both incredibly quick. And look at that, Swann lands on his feet and flapping the wings, so to speak. And Swann with one of his own, and Dorado lands on his feet as well. Deep arm drag by Lince and won by Rich Swann. And a stalemate for both of these men. All right.
Watching mirror images of one another. Unbelievable athleticism on display here in the Cruiserweight division.
Among the men who trained Lince Dorado, El Pantera, and our very own Cesaro. What's Swan going to do here? Oh, face first. And Dorado, shoulders down. Oh, and it's Cedric Alexander breaking things up.
That's a solid way. You can pick up your teeth in section 112.
And Gulak sent through the second ropes, and Dorado with a kick right to the face of Alexander.
But in the ring, you've got two of the best flyers in the business right now.
And Dorado shouldn't have turned his back on Rich Swann. And Swann launched into Gulak and Alexander.
He's got his own partner, too.
And Dorado gonna climb high. Top rope. Moonsault takes out all three men. Cruiserweight tag team action continues live on Monday Night Raw. The Cruiserweight division exclusive to Monday Night Raw tag team action. Drew Gulak and Lindsay Dorado.
This is your first
against Rich Swann and Cedric Alexander.
Sorry, I'm so excited to talk about Drew Gulak. The guy has some of the most horrific submissions, some of the most grotesque submission holds you will ever see inside of a ring. He constantly studies old grappling, catch wrestling, pancrase from all over the world. The guy is incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, he's got that Philly attitude. He's hard-nosed, blue collar, no frills when it comes to Drew Gulak. And then on the other side of the spectrum is Lindsay Dorado, who pulls off moves like these. The moonsault before the commercial break.
Yeah, I got to see this one more time. Dorado, 3 targets in mind. Beautiful technique and the impact.
And Rich Swann taking a tremendous amount of punishment here. Needs to make a tag to his partner, Cedric Alexander.
Keep in mind, this is
man!
All 4 of these superstars to make individual statements when it comes to the WWE Cruiserweight Championship.
Yeah, later on tonight, we'll see the Cruiserweight champion, TJ Perkins, in action.
Swann just saved his opportunity tonight to get through this match. Lindsay Dorado landed very hard on the back of his head.
Yeah, Swann's opportunity now to get to his partner, Cedric Alexander. Dorado trying to cut off the ring and bring him back into his corner. Not going to happen. Gulak tag. Tag made to Alexander, and here comes the man who dropped 22 pounds to be able to compete at 205 in the Cruiserweight Classic.
Trying to drop 22 pounds, but he still has dynamite in his fists. One of the most dynamic members of the roster.
Lightning quick ability.
The man personally endorsed by Triple H after a classic matchup with Kota Ibushi in that Cruiserweight Classic.
Revved up, Cedric Alexander.
Off the top rope, taking out Gulak. Cover. Is it enough to win this tag team matchup? And Dorado breaks things up.
Swann back into the fray.
He paid for it too. He might want to stay outside the ring. And now oh my God!
Was that the lumbar check?
I think that was slightly higher on the spine. You still want to check it. What's Gulak doing? Oh, man!
Goodness!
Saito suplex.
Tag, Swann. Kick right to the midsection. You heard that echo through the arena here in Cincinnati. Leapfrog. Gulak caught him. Rolls him up. Is it enough here to put him away? Had him no. Fast-paced action, Cruiserweight style. And Swann with a kick right to the face. Bridge cover. And on the rich kick, Swann and Alexander with the victory.
Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann.
As soon as the bell rings, Rich Swann immediately starts dancing.
The party's back on.
I'll tell you, all 4 of these Cruiserweights very impressive here tonight in tag team action.
Brand new Cruiserweight division exclusive to Monday Night Raw. Each competitor knows how big of an opportunity every match is. Check this out.
Now watch the height of Dorado coming down on the knees of Cedric Alexander.
From Alexander.
And Rich Swann able to evade the strike. A big kick
with the rich kick. And Bridges into the victory. And still to come tonight, the Cruiserweight champion, TJ Perkins, will be in action live on Raw.
Well, that's not all that's still to come tonight. It's the feel-good story of the fall, guys. best friends together at last. WWE Universal Champion Kevin Owens joins his best friend, one of the greatest of all time, Chris Jericho, on the highlight reel.
Well, that's a feel-good story. This is a feel-weird story. Mick Foley saying sometimes odd partnerships create tag team success. Can Cesaro and Sheamus coexist as a tag team? We'll find out next.
We are back live on Monday Night Raw, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to happen. Cesaro is going to be forced to team tonight with his arch rival, Sheamus.
This is going to be interesting.
These two can't even make it to the ring without arguing about something.
Well, listen, they're tag teams. They're a tag team now. They have to come out together, right?
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Making their way to the ring, the team of Cesaro and the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus.
So, guys, let's recap again what happened. Sheamus and Cesaro had this best of 7 series, and came down to match number 7. Match, ended in a draw. So Mick Foley said, well, both of you were physically dominant, but no one won the series. I did promise you a championship opportunity, so I'm going to give both of you that opportunity at the tag team titles against New Day, one earlier on tonight.
Look at that. As much as the next person, I would have loved to have seen a conclusion to this series, but I get Foley's point. Look, I can't put you guys in another matchup and have you beat the life out of each other again. I got to protect your long-term health.
And this is Cesaro against Nick Cutler. Hopefully he's better than Jay Cutler, as you see Cesaro now with the vertical suplex and showing off a little bit to Sheamus.
Less than 24 hours after that grueling battle at Clash of Champions, Cesaro's out here showing off in front of Sheamus.
Well, let's not forget about that impassioned speech from General Manager Mick Foley as well. No tag gonna be made
told
there.
you so.
Sheamus thought that was funny. Mick Foley said he's hoping to catch magic in a bottle here and put these two great athletes together, despite the fact they can't stand each other.
Mick Foley can hope that he's caught lightning in a bottle. More than likely, he's just lit the fuse on something that's going to blow up sooner than later.
Well, Sheamus has to come in now after Cesaro tagged him.
High octane tag.
Seen a number of tag teams over the years where guys couldn't stand one another, and some made it work, some didn't.
I don't think too many of them spent 7 matches in a row trying to physically destroy one another.
Great point.
It's like you get into a heated argument.
Oh!
You get into a heated argument with someone you can't stand, and then the next day you got to go on vacation together.
Working with you every week. And here's the tag to Willis Williams. Runs into a boot from Sheamus.
Come on, Willis.
Byron, what kind of weird circles do you run in that you argue with people and then go on vacation with them?
I got a lot of weird friends.
Oh, and Sheamus takes down Mr. Williams. Tag from Cesaro.
Sheamus still feeling the effects of that battle last night. Now Cesaro tags himself in.
This could be the thing that propels Sheamus and Cesaro to success, just trying to one-up each other.
Been pretty effective so far.
I mean, on paper, you put Sheamus and Cesaro together as a tag team, they're incredibly dominant. I mean, physically speaking, the experience, what they've done in the business, but they're never going to get along.
I think it's about... we're going to see the uppercut train.
What you talking about, Willis? Oh, and Cesaro hung up on the top rope.
How long were you waiting to get that reference in?
And Willis Williams now taking it to Cesaro. And tag made, and here comes Nick Cutler.
Willis and Cutler had trouble executing a basic tag, so I don't foresee them having too many opportunities.
But they are working on the injured shoulder of Cesaro.
Well, that's a great strategy, but
they're working out the kinks of their tag team as well.
Listen, Willis and Cutler at least have the same colored gear, sort of. I mean, that's, I think, makes them more of a team than Cesaro and Sheamus. It's a start.
Oh, Cesaro with an uppercut. Yep. Williams sent flying.
Keyword was start. Cesaro thinking neutralizer here, staring down Sheamus.
Well, match that, Cesaro, Sheamus says. And another one. Somebody pinned somebody.
Cesaro. Pick up the pieces.
And Cesaro and Sheamus victorious. It wasn't pretty. In fact, it was...
Sheamus and Cesaro.
In fact, it was pretty ugly.
Well, the key is a victory. Sheamus and Cesaro, first victory as a tag team.
I don't foresee these guys going down in history as one of the greatest tag teams of all time, but I'll watch them beat people up together.
Corey, let's be fair. It's only their first match together. Maybe Cesaro and Sheamus will get together in the future. And remember, they will have a tag team title opportunity against the New Day down the road.
That's your motivating factor. You want to be a champion, be successful at the tag team level.
Earlier on tonight, we saw the tag team action in the Cruiserweight division, which is exclusive only to Monday Night Raw. Later on tonight, the Raw debut of the Cruiserweight champion, TJ Perkins.
You get into this industry and you hear about all the things that can happen. Almost nobody thinks that it will happen.
The culmination of an 18-year career.
TJ Perkins was living on the streets, and now here he is as the Cruiserweight champion.
You know, I was blessed at a young age to do some really great things, and also at a young age, I lost it all trying to continue that path. I've given everything for wrestling.
During that time, I searched so hard for inspiration, and now it just means the world to me to be able to inspire somebody else.
TJ Perkins is one of the fastest men I've ever been in the ring with. He does things that nobody else will do.
I feel like my generation, they don't really have somebody who identifies with them directly. The way I dress, the way I look, the way I act, the way I talk. Now that I'm here, I feel like it's part of my responsibility to inspire others.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest, the WWE Cruiserweight Champion, TJ Perkins. TJ, congratulations on your victory last night at Clash of Champions. Where's your mind as you prepare for your Raw debut?
Man, this right here is a dream come true. A dream I've had ever since 1998. And there was a time when I didn't think I'd make it here, but here I am. I'm about to compete on Monday Night Raw. And I'm the WWE Cruiserweight Champion. But as much as I've dreamt about this moment, man, I never thought that I would see that.
I'm just here to find out, does it feel good? Does it feel good having your dream come true? Does it? Does it feel good depriving me of what's rightfully mine? Does that feel good? Because you know that title, it was resurrected for me.
Was it?
It was. And the way I see things, TJ, you owe me. You owe me that title. You owe me for your career.
You know what? I do owe you. I owe you for that headbutt after the match.
Easy. TJ, I want you to go out there tonight and I want you to enjoy yourself. I want you to soak up every last little drop of that spotlight, because the next time you and we meet in that ring, that's gonna be when you wake up from this dream.
Well, there's the Raw Women's Champion, Charlotte. Last night she outlasted Sasha Banks and Bayley at Clash of Champions to remain the champ. Charlotte celebrates her victory live. Next.
WWE No Mercy is presented by WWE 2K17, the video game. Pre-order now and play as Goldberg. And by Mattel's 3-Count Crushers. On sale now at a retailer near you.
And we're in Cincinnati, Ohio tonight, banks of the river, the U.S. Bank Arena for Monday Night Raw. And the Raw Women's Champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dana Brooke and the Raw Women's Champion, Charlotte.
And last night, Charlotte, with her victory in the triple threat match at Clash of Champions, went to 12-0 in WWE pay-per-views when defending the title. Incredible record by Charlotte, who is rapidly becoming a great women's champion.
Last night, Charlotte solidified her status as the queen of Raw's women's division. The entire world is talking about Charlotte. In fact, Forbes magazine released an article today, 5 reasons Charlotte is already the greatest female WWE superstar of all time.
Yeah, but don't forget, last night's retention of the Women's Championship came in large part thanks to the protege, the running buddy of Charlotte, Dana Brooke.
Byron, Dana Brooke and Charlotte didn't do anything that wasn't well within the rules of the match last night. Triple threat match, whatever they did was perfectly fine.
You know, Clash of Champions was once again my night. I once again successfully defended the Raw Women's Championship and proved to all of you why I'm the queen of the WWE Women's Division. Yes, yes. I defied the odds and beat 2 of the greatest female athletes today in this ring. I did. But you know, that's the difference between me and Bayley. That's the difference between me and Sasha. I don't just talk the talk, I walk the walk. I know what all of you are thinking. You guys have all heard this before. Because month after month, a new competitor emerges and the WWE Universe thinks, this is gonna be the woman that's gonna dethrone Charlotte. Yeah. But night after night, match after match, I disappoint you, I disappoint you, and I disappoint everyone at home. Because all of you will soon learn what I already know. I'm not the huggable Bayley. Nope. I'm not the internet darling Sasha Banks. You know what I am? I'm the money maker and the face of this division. And no one's gonna beat.
Hold on there, money maker. Here comes the boss.
First of all, boo-boo, you need to slow your roll and check yourself. Because last night may have been your night, but that is still my title.
Sasha, if it was your title, sweetheart, why is it around my waist?
Don't interrupt me. And second of all, you pinned Bayley last night and not me. So let's face the facts that I am still owed my one-on-one rematch, Queen Charles. And I want my rematch right now.
Can you please be quiet? I'm talking. Now listen, Sasha Wanks, you're a living legend in your own mind. But see, you need to learn as good as you think you are. I'm just that much better. All right, you know what? Okay, you have earned it. And I'll give these people what they want. I'll even give you what you want. I'm gonna give you your title match.
Oh my God, we're gonna have a women's championship match tonight.
Remember what happened last time Charlotte accepted this challenge?
Next week. Because if can you please be quiet? Because if I didn't,
Because if I didn't, you'd boo-hoo all the way to Mick Foley and yap, yap, yap like a chihuahua till you got your way. No, but hey, you guys, I'll give it to Sasha. As much as I've embarrassed her, as much as I've tried to break her, as much as I've beaten you down, you keep getting back up. But make no mistake, in Los Angeles, I promise.
No,
you're gonna stay
I promise you that I'm going to show you and the entire world why I will be the face of this women's division when I take back my WWE Women's Championship.
Oh! What a slap by Sasha!
Watch Dana.
And now Dana Brooke gonna pay for it. Big statement by Sasha Banks. Charlotte, meanwhile, back on her feet.
I know Sasha Banks fancies herself the boss, but you don't interrupt and disrespect the queen.
I think she successfully did that. And Dana can join her.
All I can say is I hope General Manager Mick Foley makes it official for next week at Staples Center in Los Angeles. Charlotte versus Sasha for the Women's Championship.
I'll second that hopeful thought. The boss on the tail of the Women's Champion. If she gets her wish next week, Sasha Banks will be the face of the women's division here on Raw.
Call this the slap. Oh. Heard around the world.
Sasha Banks unceremoniously helping Charlotte exit the ring. The challenge has been issued. Will it be accepted for next week?
Challenge is issued and accepted. Now it's up to our general manager to make it happen, and I think he will. Sasha versus Charlotte for the title.
Well, speaking of happenings, guys, tonight the WWE Universal Champ Kevin Owens will join his best friend, the greatest of all time, in a monumental edition of the highlight reel tonight.
My Lord, is that? It is, it's Seth Rollins. Stephanie warned General Manager Mick Foley he'd be here. Rollins isn't medically cleared. He's bruised and battered from last night, but Rollins is here live at Raw.
Seth, how you feeling?
I'll be fine soon enough, Mick. But let me tell you, there is nothing that's gonna stop me from going out there during this highlight reel, okay? Kevin Owens is owed something.
I know he is, but now's not the time and the place. You're not medically cleared. I've been there. I know what you're feeling, but now's not the time.
Screw your rules, Mick. Screw them. I saw Stephanie get into that limo with Triple H last night. And I'm not gonna sit back here and listen to Kevin Owens brag about what happened to me.
I know what you're feeling, just
Mick! Mick! I see your lips moving, but all I hear is Stephanie's words coming out of your mouth.
A potentially explosive situation here tonight on Monday Night Raw. Owens and Jericho doing the ring at the same time during the highlight reel, and Seth Rollins vows to take him out.
So Rollins doesn't do something he regrets.
Time for the Cruiserweight division. Here exclusive to Monday Night Raw. And there's our Cruiserweight champion, TJ Perkins.
The Raw debut of TJ Perkins.
24 hours after successfully defending his Cruiserweight Championship against Brian Kendrick.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of Brian Kendrick, he has been granted a rematch for next week, live on Monday Night Raw from the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Perkins versus Brian Kendrick. Will Kendrick be able to complete his career renaissance when Monday Night Raw heads to Staples Center in LA next week, or will TJ Perkins remain our Cruiserweight champion?
Los Angeles just so happens to be the hometown of one TJ Perkins.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Long Island, New York, weighing 190 pounds, Tony Nese.
Very dangerous opponent tonight for TJ Perkins. Tony Nese. Let's take a closer look.
Known as the premier athlete,
Tony Nese is a very dangerous man.
I'm probably one of the strongest guys.
look at the power Nese.
On top of that, I'm one of the quickest guys.
I am so impressed with Tony Nese's speed.
He can take it to the air as well.
It's my time to show the world.
The world needs to keep an eye on Tony Nese.
So a very important matchup for Tony Nese tonight. A victory over Perkins would put him in the title hunt, perhaps getting him an opportunity at the winner of next week's match on Raw.
It could definitely be argued that this is the biggest opportunity, the single biggest match of Tony Nese's career on a stage like this, Monday Night Raw. You know the premier athlete is looking to impress.
TJ Perkins, of course, became champion, winning the Cruiserweight Classic this summer on the WWE Network. Tony Nese was involved in that as well before being eliminated by Brian Kendrick. And there, Corey, some of the strength that we talk about with Tony Nese.
And they call him the premier athlete. He calls himself the premier athlete for a reason. At first glance, you might actually draw some physical comparisons to Neville. He's this hybrid blend of high impact, speed, and power. It's incredibly effective in the ring.
And flash, TJ Perkins.
Perkins, for much of the Cruiserweight Classic tournament, considered an underdog. Has maintained the fighting mantra, do what they say you can't.
Look at this raw strength by Nese.
Yeah, but TJ lands on his feet. That waist lock, then the standing switch.
TJ
looking for the knee bar. This is the way that TJ Perkins knocked off Kendrick last night at Clash of Champions and won the Cruiserweight Classic.
I don't think Tony Nese wasn't watching that match, scouting out Perkins.
And Perkins lands on the apron, and Nese gonna make him pay. But TJ Perkins, look at Nese. Wow, not only power, but athleticism.
Cartwheel down to the ground, ending in a super kick, and now Nese is on the move.
Tony Nese launching himself over the top rope. There's a reason he's called the premier athlete.
I was going to say, I will no longer argue with the fact that he calls himself the premier athlete. That was unbelievable.
Cover by Nese on the champion and a kick out by Perkins. Nese has been impressive. Can Perkins get back into this live on Raw? And we are back live on Monday Night Raw Cruiserweight Division. Exclusive to Monday Night Raw, TJ Perkins on your right, the champion. Tony Nese looking for a big victory here tonight as we, oh, look at this. Perkins looking to put Nese away.
As the octopus hold in, both arms clutched back.
Look at the strength there. Nese still powering out.
Oh! Inverted gut wrench suplex planted TJP.
Nese cover, hook of the leg, and a kick out. Here's some of the Cruiserweight action before the commercial break.
Yeah, watch this. A cartwheel off the apron to the ground, ending in a super kick. And then Nese wasn't done there. Going airborne with the sole target in mind, TJ Perkins.
And landing on his feet. The premier athlete has certainly earned that nickname thus far.
And Nese, the leg drop, realizes what's at stake. If he can knock off the Cruiserweight champion here tonight, could be in line for a future Cruiserweight Championship opportunity.
And there's an innate hunger here with Nese, who's had multiple WWE tryouts in the past. And it wasn't until the Cruiserweight Classic that really opened up the door for Nese now to make a statement here on Raw.
Well, and he's here now, and now it's his time to send a message, to make some waves.
Imagine what it would do for Nese's career to knock off the Cruiserweight champion his first night on Raw.
Sends Nese flying as TJ Perkins looks to rally.
Nese is up first to his feet.
Inverted atomic drop, and there's the spin kick, caught him in the face.
And now Perkins trying to change the tempo of this matchup here.
And Perkins can go toe-to-toe as well. Whipped into the corner by Nice. Up over the top. Neck breaker.
Perkins prides himself on coming through in the clutch.
Double chicken wing. Oh! Into the gut buster.
That could be it.
For the win. Kick out by Nice at 2.
Again, just as much pressure as there is on Nice to make a statement, there is on Perkins to make a statement to the entire division that he truly deserves to be Cruiserweight champion.
Make a statement to the entire WWE universe. Maybe you've never seen the Cruiserweight division before. To be the face is a massive responsibility on TJ Perkins.
TJ Perkins with Eddie Guerrero there. That was his hero growing up. Great Eddie Guerrero as TJ Perkins looks to head to the top rope. Nice though with a slap hand champ.
Brutal open hand strike to the side of TJ Perkins' face. Now Nice has bad intentions in mind for the Cruiserweight champion.
Yeah, but Perkins blocks. Into that boot, and Perkins went for the for a tornado DDT.
What power by
Tony
Nice.
Nice was able to counter
To stop the momentum of Perkins.
And Perkins in trouble.
Running knee to the skull.
Nice looking to pin the champion. Hooks the leg. Did he get a no? Perkins at 2.5.
You can't say Nice did not come prepared for this opportunity.
That was incredible. TJ lands on his feet, no kick to the spine.
Probably not somewhere Nice wants to be. Wrecking ball drop kick.
Fireman's usually a setup for that knee bar.
Calls it the detonation kick, and here comes the knee bar.
The knee bar locked in. Is Tony Nice going to tap out? And he does. Tony Nice taps out the Cruiserweight champion, TJ
Here's
Perkins.
your winner by submission, the WWE Cruiserweight Champion, TJ Perkins.
And now TJ Perkins heads to his hometown of Los Angeles next week to defend his Cruiserweight Championship against Brian Kendrick live on Monday Night Raw. Well, WWE and NBC are celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month, paying homage to great Hispanic leaders and athletes. Tonight, we honor former WWE World Champion, Hall of Famer, Pedro Morales.
Guys, I got a feeling this is going to be a celebration overload. A very special highlight reel where Chris Jericho welcomes his best friend and the man who is still WWE Universal Champion, Kevin Owens. Next, live. And our general manager, Mick Foley, has made it official. Next week, live on Raw from Los Angeles, Charlotte will defend the Raw Women's Championship against Sasha Banks.
The Staples Center in LA, Raw live next week. Highlight reel time.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chris Jericho.
You know, Chris Jericho will be welcoming, well, his best friend to the highlight reel tonight, Kevin Owens. Jericho's been telling the world over the past few weeks how Kevin Owens is his best buddy now. Well, last week, Jericho had some comments about actors Ashton Kutcher and Danny Masterson. Earlier today, on social media, Ashton and Danny would respond.
We play best friends on TV. We're best friends in real life, and now we play brothers. We're such good friends. We like graduated to brother status on the ranch. And now you're trying to like act like you're better friends with Owens, and we are. You're not. You guys aren't even friends, by the way. You think you're friends, but you're not real friends. We're not real friends. So check it out. So Raw is going to be in Los Angeles.
Yeah, can't wait.
Next Monday. Yeah. So maybe we need to show Jericho what real friends are about. I mean, we could stop by. I mean, it is LA. It's our backyard.
Yeah. He's a little bit bigger than us, right?
He's bigger than you.
Bigger than me. Okay, so you got him?
I mean, I'm grown up.
Okay, good.
I'm a grown up.
All right, so maybe I'll grab his legs, and you grab him at the top.
I'll go high, you go low.
Okay, I'm gonna go low. Jericho, we're coming at you. We're gonna go. I'm gonna
We'll see you at Raw.
I was trying to drink it in, and then Kelso and Hyde, a couple of stupid idiots trying to keep their career relevant, interrupted me.
Looks like they're coming to Raw next week, though.
Quiet. 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 Be quiet, because tonight is the most anticipated highlight reel in WWE history. But first, I want to address Danny Masterson and Ashton Kutcher. How dare you two muttonheads insinuate you're better friends than me and Kevin Owens? That isn't possible! Nobody is better friends than me and Kevin Owens. So if you do decide to show up to Los Angeles next week, you know what's gonna happen, right? I'm gonna put you two on the list of Jericho. And when I do, you're not gonna like it. All right, let's get down to the greatest part of the show. Hey, hold on a second. I told you to shoot me from this side, okay? This is my better angle. You know what? You just made the list. Unnamed cameraman on the list. Oh, by the way, you know who else is on the list, you stupid idiots? Huh? Seth Rollins is on the list. Oh yeah, you know why? Because poor Seth got hurt again. I've been in the WWE for 17 years. I've never been hurt. Seth Rollins has been here for like a year and a half, and here he is on the injured list again. But here's the good news. The man who put him on the injured list, the man who hurt Seth Rollins, is my guest tonight. Oh yeah, he's my best friend. He's the longest running WWE Universal Champion in the history of the business. Welcome my guest tonight, the champ, Kevin Owens!
And the bromance continues.
Listen, most of us long for friendships this genuine.
At this rate, I think Chris Jericho should be co-Universal Champion. Might as well be after the shenanigans he pulled last night at Clash of Champions. Well, I got a warning from my good friend Coach over on ESPN. Get ready, because the WWE Universal Champion Kevin Owens is coming your way Wednesday night, 9 o'clock on SportsCenter. Coach better ask his questions very carefully.
That's right, or else Coach may end up on the list of Jericho. That could be disastrous for his career.
Coach may end up with a pop-up powerbomb coming his way. Oh, there's Matthew.
Why would you mock that, Byron? That's genuine affection for your fellow man.
He has no friends.
Fair enough. Why don't you go call your mom, Byron?
I'm busy. I will after the show.
This is really nice.
You like that?
Looks expensive.
Yeah, it's really expensive. It's a 6,500 Geratron 5000 right there. Cost $6,500 about 5 years ago. But let me tell you this, Kevin. A wise man once said, people have been led to believe that mediocrity is excellence. And that wise man was me. But last night, you proved what real excellence is when you showed the WWE Universe how a champion really should be. The epitome of a champion and a man that I'm proud to call my best friend.
Thanks, Chris. First, let me address something. Now, usually I would be out here in a suit with my title, but let's face it, this is Cincinnati, Ohio. I wouldn't be cheering if I were you. And I'm not wearing a suit for the city that spawned a living, breathing, walking car wreck like Dean Ambrose. But now let's...
He still owes me $17,000, you know.
Yeah, you'll never see that money. He's a bum. Yeah. But let's talk about last night, shall we? Let's talk about how last night I proved to the world that I am exactly what I say I am. I proved that I should have been the #1 pick for Raw in the draft. I proved that not only do I belong in the main event, I am the main event. And I proved that I, not Seth Rollins, I am the man. Because not only did I beat Seth Rollins and retain my WWE Universal Championship, but just like Chris said, I hurt Seth Rollins. I put him on the injured list, but don't feel too bad for little Seth, no. Because you see what happened to him last night, well, that was karma. Because for 1.5 years, Seth Rollins walked around here and calling himself the man. And you know what? He was the man. Just look at the list of people he injured. The great John Cena. Yeah, his nose, you remember? The Icon Sting, even the Demon King, Finn Balor. You know what? Seth Rollins may very well have been the most dangerous man in WWE. Well, last night I took out the most dangerous man in WWE, so you know what that makes me? The most dangerous man in WWE. Thank you.
Hey, Kevin Owens, you know what they say about karma? Here comes Seth Rollins.
Rollins said nothing was going to stop him from interrupting the highlight reel.
Well, maybe this group of security have been sent out here. And you can see there, General Manager Mick Foley on the scene. Rollins favoring his ribs.
Foley, don't listen to these people. They're stupid idiots. Don't let him fight. Take him to the back where he belongs.
Come on, Rollins.
Yeah, give him a little doctor's note that says, can't wrestle because Kevin Owens broke me in half. Get him out of here. This is my time. Come on, Steph. Go redesign, rebuild, reclaim your couch, buddy.
Well, Seth not medically cleared to be here, and General Manager Mick Foley doing his job, protecting an investment here.
You know it's eating Rollins alive, but he doesn't want to do something he regrets.
You didn't like that, did you, huh? You wanted to see Seth Rollins come down here and beat us up, didn't you? Huh?
Now what?
I think this is what you call a worst case scenario.
For who?
Certified G's in the house.
Microphones.
My name is Enzo Amore, and I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Big Cass, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. Bada boom, realest guys in the room, how you doing?
Enzo has his own mic for sanitary reasons, so nobody catches what he has.
Kevin. Oh, we're doing just fine. Thank you very much. Okay, and why wouldn't we be? We're best friends. We're on top of the world. We are the WWE Universal Champion. Everything is going just hunky-dory for us until you came down, all right? Till you interrupted us. So you know what, Enzo and Big Cass? You're on the list.
It's Enzo. It's Enzo. You wrote Esno. Enzo.
Thank you.
There's two S at Big Cass.
There's no spell check on that.
So you're giving out gifts, right? And you're making a list and apparently checking it twice for spelling errors. What does this guy think he is?
Who are you? Santa Claus?
Maybe I am Santa Claus. Maybe I'll come down there and sit on your lap.
Okay.
What did you just say?
I didn't say anything.
No, Chris, you definitely said something. Can you repeat it?
No, I didn't say anything.
You said you were gonna come down here and sit on my lap.
No, I didn't. No, I never. Did not.
Besides the fact that people sit on Santa's lap and Santa, it doesn't matter. You definitely said you were gonna sit on my lap.
Nope, I said I was gonna punch you in the face.
Chris, you did not say you were gonna punch me in the face.
Yes, I did.
You did not say you were gonna punch me in the face.
Yes, I did.
You know what? You didn't, and I'll prove it, okay? Did Chris Jericho say he was going to sit on my lap?
I think that confirms it.
It doesn't matter what he said. I'll punch you in the face. How about that? I'll punch you right in the mouth.
Yeah, we'll both punch you in the mouth, but unfortunately, we don't have a match with you two idiots tonight. Sorry.
Well, actually, it's funny you should say that, because we just passed Mick Foley in the back, and he informed me and Enzo that we do have a match tonight. Against Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens, right here in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah, I like it. How you doing? Jericho and KO against Enzo and Cass, live next.
Here on Monday Night Raw in Cincinnati, tag team action. Enzo and Cass against Jericho, right? Yes, Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens.
I just like to say how much I admire Chris Jericho for taking a match like this impromptu. He was out here to do the highlight reel with his best friend, and these two lowlifes come to ringside and challenge him to a match that they got without Jericho or Kevin Owens' knowledge.
Such best friends. If Jericho hands Owens his $750 scarf, and Owens just tossed it away like it was nothing.
Chris Jericho with a victory over Sami Zayn last night at Clash of Champions. Now teaming with his best buddy in the whole wide world, Kevin Owens. But
yeah, you want to talk about best buddies? How about Enzo and Cass? Been friends since they were teenagers.
Big Cass is simply Enzo Amore's meal ticket.
You mean to tell me Big Cass hasn't held his own here on Raw?
That's what I just said. Big Cass is the meal ticket. Enzo is the kind of guy who asked his grandmother for her Social Security number for Christmas.
Here comes the WWE Universal Champion, Kevin Owens, who both he and Jericho were confronted by Seth Rollins earlier, but Rollins escorted out of the building. Not cleared to compete medically because of bad ribs suffered in the match last night with Owens. Big Cass, the 7-footer. He was involved in the fatal four-way match the night that Kevin Owens won the Universal Championship. Oh, and Enzo sent into KO. And now Chris Jericho sent over the top rope.
There you go, best friends on the ground together. And how about a little air Enzo?
What kind of best friend would throw their other best friend at other human beings? Answer me that, Byron.
Well, it worked, didn't it? All strategy.
And I suppose it's what you do when it comes to trash.
Tag. And Big Cass is legal.
There's nothing legal about Enzo Amore. Cops are probably looking for him right now.
For what?
Who knows? A myriad of things.
Tag to Jericho.
Got to be some sort of law against that haircut.
Former 6-time WWE World Champion.
I think you're jealous of the leopard shepherd mane there, Corey.
Saxton, go home.
Sidewalk slam.
Go feed Tammy the tummy.
And one to Kevin Owens.
Yeah, Owens got fed with a sidewalk slam.
Big Cass, the full head of steam.
Yeah.
But the veteran ring awareness of Jericho pays off.
Yeah, Cass might have hurt his left leg when he came over the top rope. He grabbed at the back of the knee. And now Kevin Owens, who's so dangerous, especially when his opponent shows weaknesses on the attack. Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho taking it to Enzo and Cass here, live on Monday Night Raw. And Monday Night Raw is live tonight in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tag team action. Jericho teaming with the WWE Universal Champion Kevin Owens against Big Cass and Enzo Amore. And Big Cass looking to make a tag to Enzo.
Enzo is dying to get in here. Big Cass inching closer to make the tag.
WWE Universal Champion has had a hold on the leg.
And now Jericho and Enzo. Enzo like a mosquito flying around the ring.
That's not pretty, it's scrappy, but it works. Enzo all fired up.
What does he call that? Oh, clothesline.
Running man.
Enzo gonna go up top and fly.
Little dab for you.
Crossbody. Lateral press on Jericho. Kick out at 2. Oh! And Kevin Owens, a knee right to the face. And now Kevin Owens going to take advantage, knocking Enzo over the top rope. And Jericho from behind, looking to steal one here. Shoulders down, kick out at 2.
Enzo's doing a good job fending off Chris Jericho.
Yeah, but not fending off Kevin Owens, the official over there with Big Cass, and the double team by the two besties.
Besties is right, on the same mental wavelength. It's like they knew what each other were thinking.
Oh, man.
In fact, I know what Jericho and KO were thinking. They just despise Enzo Amore.
I guess you have something in common with him.
Now just mocking Enzo.
That's the most entertaining thing. Oh my God, let's do it again. Do we have another championship we can give Kevin Owens for that?
Enzo trying to make it over to Big Cass, and Kevin Owens not going to allow it to happen. Trying to stomp on the fingers of Enzo. Now he did. Now he's just rubbing his face in it.
Oh! Kevin Owens to a T. Not only will beat you down, but just loves to mentally disrupt your thought process.
Smack talker.
I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty sure Enzo's thought process is always disrupted.
Talk some smack. What's your smack? Oh!
Jericho trash talking as well.
Oh! Check him out. Did that hurt? Oh! Did that hurt? Come on, back it up. 1, 2.
Driving the knee into the side of the neck. And there's Jericho taking advantage. Our official distracted.
This Jericho is very familiar with the rules and what he can and cannot get away with. You can't be mad at him for taking advantage of the situation.
Well, Mr. Kutcher and Mr. Masterson are watching this match and watching what Kevin Owens is doing to Enzo here.
To the credit of the best friends. Working well together here. Quick tags, keeping the fresh man in.
Now Chris Jericho showing off vertical suplex. Delivered Enzo.
The lead singer of Fozzy.
Been a clinic so far.
Come on, baby.
That was rubbing salt in the wound. Oof.
You notice it's probably why they're such good friends. There's so many similarities. Both Jericho and Kevin Owens like to beat you down and talk to you the entire time. Mental wounds to go with the physical.
Those physical wounds are getting worse here with every shot that Jericho's delivering to Enzo.
Make him drink it.
Top rope now. Jericho looking to put Enzo away. High risk maneuver. Enzo blocks. Enzo blocked again. Jericho's in trouble. Enzo fighting back.
Credit where it's due. The worst state in the union with that New Jersey mentality. Enzo keeps on fighting.
Oh, man. Drop kick by Jericho.
Enzo got caught.
Enzo has no clue where he is, and Kevin Owens is laughing in his face.
Such a classy champion he is. Let's take another look at this. It was a thing of beauty. Veteran instincts of Chris Jericho. Drop kick right to the heart of Enzo.
He's out on his stupid feet.
Big Cass dying to get into this matchup.
Not much Big Cass can do is just watch this punishment, this onslaught. Continue.
KO with a senton, crushing the midsection. Cover. Enzo at 2.5.
Enzo reached out, not even knowing what corner he was in, just out of pure instinct.
And he shouldn't even be out of NXT.
Just again that senton.
Oh
Right on
my
the chest of
God.
Enzo.
Come on.
Kevin Owens just likes to beat you down. Punish you, make you suffer, talk to you about it. WWE fans here in Cincinnati trying to will on Enzo Amore.
What you gonna do? What is it? Huh? What is it? Come on, Enzo. Go.
Enzo, to his credit, still swinging.
Still fighting back. Elbow floors him.
Come on. 1, 2.
And Enzo weakly
You almost had him.
got the shoulder up
You
at
almost
2.
had him with a back elbow.
Barely able to get his shoulder up. Enzo's just been beaten to a pulp
Come on.
by Jericho.
Come on, ref. What do you say, Enzo? Come on.
Cass wants in this match. Enzo's got to make a tag.
Wild eyes on Big Cass.
Don't let him out. Hey, ref, that was low.
Couple knees there. Enzo gets his separation, but once again,
Yeah, wicked clothesline.
Do it. Do it.
Lion Salt with the knees up, right in the nose of Jericho.
Desperation maneuver by Enzo, but Zoe is still a long way from his corner and his tag team partner, the 7-footer.
Enzo's getting closer. Almost there.
Tag to Owens and tag to Cass. And Big Cass with a shoulder tackle.
Taking out Owens, taking out Jericho.
Power display of Big Cass, all fired up here on Monday Night Raw.
Fall away slam. Stinger splash in the corner. Jericho top rope.
One of the perks of being 7 feet tall is you can kick a man out of the sky like that.
Cass slamming Kevin Owens. Time for the Empire Elbow.
With authority.
Down goes Jericho. And now Cass. Oh, went for the splash. Owens moved out of the way.
Skull
Caught him.
first.
And just like that, looks like advantage Owens.
And a big boot again.
Oh, maybe not.
Tag. Looking for bada boom shakalaka. But Jericho's back in the ring.
Oh, brazen slap to the 7-footer. Jericho, what are you thinking?
Not clearly.
Oh no, Jericho's gonna pay. Oh, big boot.
Cass himself spilling to the floor.
Yeah, Enzo and Owens are the legal men.
DDG.
Enzo looking to pin the WWE Universal Champion and a kick out of 2.
Oh my goodness.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if Enzo Amore pinned Kevin Owens here tonight?
We would all be out of jobs. We would be out. The WWE Universe would collapse on itself.
Kevin Owens, though, follows it up with a wicked clothesline, turning Enzo inside out.
Well, maybe that's not going to happen.
All is right in the world. Up goes
Power bomb. And Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho pick up the victory.
Here are your winners, Chris Jericho and the WWE Universal Champion, Kevin Owens.
Well, guys, there's no doubt Kevin Owens is having a hell of a week.
Standing side by side with his best friend. Big victory here tonight for Jericho.
The Kevin Owens Show continues. Good night, everybody, from Cincinnati.